Peace. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. I want to do this particular video addressing Polight, Brother Polight, and the video he did at the House of Consciousness dealing with GMS and some statements that they've made in the past. I want to address Brother Polight on that with his condemnation and him agitating the attack of GMS for some statements that they've made in the past. My position on that is, for one, GMS has a right to make whatever statements that they want to make and teach the Bible according to their interpretation, or spirituality, or black consciousness, or black spirituality according to their own interpretation, that they have a right to do that. And I think it's an insult by teachers and leaders on the insult of the intelligence of the people when they try to censor other speakers and their right to speak out and teach or say what it is they have to say. I think it's an insult on the intelligence of the masses of the conscious community, because we can see for ourselves, the people can see for themselves what's real and what's false, and they can listen to information themselves and decipher that information and come to their own conclusion based on the knowledge that is revealed. So I think people are smart enough to listen to GMS and the message that they have and analyze that information and come to their own conclusion, whether it be wise or intelligent to follow the message of GMS or not. So we don't need to censor them or tell them that they don't need to be out on the streets corners spreading their message. They have a right to express their views and their opinions and their ideas, and that's what being conscious is about. Being conscious is being aware of many different ideas and views and viewpoints, and being able to develop our own path and our own journey out of what we gain from this information. So I don't think they should be condemned, or that they should be shut down, or they should not have a right to spread their message, or they should be attacked by anybody of the black conscious community. Second, on the Mike Brown issue, Polight's attack on GMS because of the statements they made about fuck Mike Brown. I totally disagree with such statements that are made by GMS. But I have to remind Polight that he has made similar statements. Maybe it's not as belligerent and maybe it's not as direct as GMS, but he's made similar statements when he said we are our own worst enemy. In so many words, GMS are making the same statement when they say fuck Mike Brown. If you listen to their dissertation on why they're saying fuck Mike Brown, then they agree completely with Polight's theory about we're our own worst enemies. So I don't see what problem he could have with them. They don't agree with Mike Brown because they believe the black man is their own worst enemy within our own community and within our own society. So they think the karma that we have coming that's dealt out by the white man is due to us being our own worst enemy. So that's why they're saying fuck Mike Brown. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that position definitely agrees with what Polight has been saying about us being our own worst enemy. So I don't see how at all he could be mad about that. Secondly, or thirdly, I don't understand how Polight could attack GMS for the statements they made about Mike Brown when they did not kill Mike Brown and have him shot down in the streets. They're not responsible for the murder of Mike Brown. And if Polight had some vehement energy or hatred towards the statements made about Mike Brown or the death about Mike Brown, it should be directed at Officer Darren Wilson. It should be directed at the St. Louis County Police Department in Ferguson. It should be directed at them and not towards GMS. As a matter of fact, he was completely quiet on the Mike Brown situation. When it first launched off, he didn't have a lot to say about that. He did not mobilize down there. And he did not make any statements to really challenge the people to be active or proactive when the Mike Brown thing kicked off. He was very quiet and silent. So it's interesting that he could be so angry and mad at GMS for the statements they made, but he has no anger and energy for the white man. He has no anger or energy for Ferguson or St. Louis County, Missouri, or Darren Wilson. He has not an angry statement or video to put up to address their murder of black people. I guess because why address them when we are our own worst enemy? Well, Polights proving that we're our own worst enemy when it's easier for him to make an enemy among his own, GMS, than him make an enemy amongst the real enemy, which are the murderers of Mike Brown, those who killed him in cold blood, those who have created nigger hunting season in the United States of America, the white man, the white devil, the cracker. That's our real enemy. But Polight has very little to say about that and towards that. But he puts up videos vehemently emotional and angry at GMS for just a single statement they made and not the execution of a black life. So that's a contradiction. If you're angry about Black Death and the murder of Mike Brown, then address it towards the murderers, address it towards the killers, and do a video on that. Speak out on that. Go at them about it. Of otherwise, get rid of your black hate, your black self-hate, and just black hatred. Whenever you try to shut down another black man from expressing his views and his ideas and his opinions in 2015, that's black hatred. That's anti-black liberation. Black freedom should be the ability to express our ideas and our views, regardless of whether people agree with them or not, and give people a chance to decide whether they want to agree or not. And be about what you say about. You know, don't attack those who you feel like are not doing what you think they should do. Damn it, do what you think they should do. This is King Noble, Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleBlackRulership.com. And by the way, there's a very powerful video Lex Zion did on Brother Polight. I mean, that's a career smasher, career ender. He made some profound and prolific statements in that video. I had to mention that. Profound video. I'd love to see how Polight is going to respond to that, if he's going to respond at all. Black Supremacy.